What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. This is the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I appreciate each and every one of you guys downloading. Yes, we've got 250,000 downloads worldwide. Very proud of that, and I would not have been able to do that without each and every one of you coming through, supporting the movement. I love it. I love it to pieces. So today we've got a treat. I have got the owner of the Atlanta brand, ICNY. David is live with me right now. David, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. And yourself?
I am doing pretty good. David, for the listeners, let everybody know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
I'm born and raised in Thailand. I went to college there and graduate college. Then I moved to the United States and got my master's, and then figured out that I want to do business. So I just talked to a friend, a college friend, who also starting the ICNY back in 2015, and kind of help each other building the brand, building the product. Figure out the operations and open my store back in August 2016 in Atlanta.
Absolutely. So let's start about the story, ICNY. I want to say, I'm a native New Yorker. I'm from the Bronx, and absolutely has nothing to do to tie it in. But I just want to say that I love this brand. I love the company so very much. Where I go, most people, and this is a little secret about me, ATL, you can find me at the ICNY off of Buford Highway at least once a weekend here in Atlanta.
That's awesome.
Getting my favorite, the Toe Taro. So let's start about this story, David. Where did the brand start?
It started off with my three other college friends, one who lives in New York, one who lives in Thailand, and one who lives in D.C. So the guy who was in Thailand, he actually invented and introduced the rolled ice cream technique to the world back in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And it stormed over Thailand. In 6 months, I think he got a 30 franchising location. Whether it's in the cart, in the street cart, in the physical store, in the truck, and in 5 years he got just a little over 250 locations in Thailand. And then 2015, we kind of the end of 2014, we kind of figure out, well, why don't you just make one here, and we all kind of talk together and figure out where we're going to build the machine.
Mm-hmm.
And we established our first store in New York. It's a 350 little store.
Yeah.
Near Washington Square, where the NYU is.
Right.
And we actually design and manufacture our ice cream machine up in New York. So it's made in USA here.
Absolutely. And I just want to say the technique is just, it's amazing. I'm always using my phone and recording and watching them make my ice cream treats. And I want to know, as far as the backstory, how did you guys come up with all these different flavors and the add-ins for the flavors?
The New York store actually come up with the original 8 that you can find it on the website, icnyicecream.com.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, me as the owner here, and I kind of help with their marketing, the branding, and also flavor development here in Atlanta, and we kind of help sharing with other store. But
gotcha.
The brand is, we want to make the good ice cream, and we want to make the ice cream the best we can. And with this roll technique, we actually hack the ice cream making process when, you got to chill, you got to cook the ice cream, you got to freeze it, for a couple of days. Mm-hmm. All that processes in making ice cream in traditional scoop ice cream. And so with this technique, we be able to produce a lot of flavor as much as you want to very quickly. Because when you make ice cream, you got to have the balance of cream, sugar, air, all that stuff, and if you put too much water in there, it's kind of like flaky and not as good, and all that stuff, all that limit that people in the old days on the old ice cream making process has, but we actually work our ways and create a new flavor, just like a sticky rice with mango. We test out a lot of mango. Different types of mango, and doing the recipe testing, when I pair it with our homemade sticky rice, it kind of remind me of the dessert that I would get back in Thailand, and that's we know that it's actually the right one.
Right. Yes, and one of my favorite parts of you guys' ice cream, because like I said, I am a Yelper, so shout out to all my Yelp people. Daniel B, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my buddies. Shout out to Yelp. What I like is that now there's such a diversity on the market. There's everybody that wants to do rolled ice cream. Everybody's doing these traditional Thailand style, but no one can touch ICNY. No one, because I've tried them, David, and the issue that comes up with is either the flavors don't really match. I went to one recently and the ice cream was dry. And I was like, I can't understand. Like, it was not easy to enjoy it because the ice cream was dry. And after 10 minutes, the ice cream still wasn't like melting down. And I was like, okay, this is no good. This is no good. What can you tell us about how you guys have formulated this perfect formula of every time getting that perfect creamy consistency?
With ITNY, we developed the operation where we actually come out and train business owners, new franchising owner. We stay with them for the whole week and teach them and make sure that they're certified and they understand. Right. They follow the recipe that we provide.
Right.
And then the ice cream machine that we make ourselves, and we try to use all the machine so that it produces the amount of ice in the cream. It does, get them to be able to understand the timing of making the ice cream, so that it doesn't, if you leave the ice cream on the pan too long, then it gets icy. Too much ice in the ice cream.
Yeah.
If it's leave it too short, you don't get enough ice. The flavor doesn't develop.
Right.
And so over at ITNY, we try to train our employees so that they understand that the process is, it has to have enough ice and cream, and when we serve to the customer, when it hits your tongue, the warmth hits your tongue, and the flavor kind of exposed to the taste and texture.
Yeah. You guys have mastered
that. So
we
want to we want to focus on four things, which is taste, texture, consistency, and finish. So the finish is, I think, what we have is unique than other competitors, because I tried them all. I try every. Some are good and some are in fact just mediocre. And then when you finish the cup, you don't really have that memory that, I already have that really good ice cream. But you gotta have that. You gotta have that finish.
You're right. You're totally right. Because every time, like I said, I should probably buy stock in you guys as much as I go. But it's true. What you're saying is like you want that memory, and that's what you guys have created. Is when customers are down to that last little spoonful, you're like, man, should I drive back to Buford Highway to get a second cup? I don't know.
Yeah, one of my friends actually saying, as you go through the bottom of the cups are the best, and I think that because the ice starts melting and it starts getting, your tongue starts getting more flavor out of it. So that's what we're trying to do here.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have mastered it. I will say, I tip my hat to you guys. I don't endorse many companies here in the A-Town, just outright, but you guys, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're doing an amazing job. So let's talk a little bit about the name. So how did the name come about? You have all these different confections and all these different things to name this ice cream brand, this out of the box brand. Why ICNY?
we toy with a lot of ideas, and I want to go up to New York and slap my friends about how they come up with the name because it's so hard to Google. Now, the name is actually, it's ice cream, right? So there's ice, they're icy, so you can pronounce it in two ways, meaning that we're selling the ice cream where you can see the product being made. And they established as New York because we first, established our first store in New York, and therefore it's ICNY.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like a play on words.
Yeah, pun.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for a lot of people. That it's kind of one of the challenges that we have, and we enjoy fixing it, and we enjoy talking to customers about it.
Absolutely. Well, it's definitely coming along quite well. So,
wait, this is the best part. Did you recognize our logo? That looked like a little snail.
I did see the snail, and then I saw the
Okay. It actually, the side view of when you're actually seeing the ice cream being rolled up. So it's kind of like a little hand drawing of the ice cream being rolled.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, not cute. A lot of people know that.
I didn't realize that. No, I remember I've seen the snail many a times, but I didn't really think, I didn't put the two together. You guys are so smart. I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so what is next for ICNY ATL? What do we have coming up this summer, David?
Oh, we have a lot of fun flavor, a lot of product. Again, I'm crafting it. If you follow our Instagram, we might release it out just a little bit more, but we plan to make waffle cones.
Ooh, waffle cones. That sounds good.
And if you come in this past week, I was there pretty much just practicing making a lot of waffle. I eat a lot of waffle lately. But it's going to be great. And we, homemade everything from batter all the way to the waffle maker machine and roll it up. And we're still figuring out the operation because we got a lot of traffic. We got a lot of people coming in and want ice cream. And, we want to make it as fast without interruption with our regular product in the cup. So I'm kind of working on which direction we want to serve in the waffle cone and stuff like that. So still working on that part, and should be able to release it in a couple weeks.
Ooh, okay. Well, I will. I'll be passing through, David, and I'm gonna ask for you. So get used to it.
Of course. Because we don't want to. Personally, I want to serve it in the waffle traditional cone, where we actually scoop our ice cream up, not just roll it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
At the same time, it served me two purposes. One, it showcased that we understand how ice cream works, how to make it as many forms as we can. And two, I tried different things. I tried toggles. I tried waffle cups. It's like a rolled ice cream in the waffle. But it doesn't matter what form, it always come up with those scoop up in the cone. Just, you get the bite of it. Right. Bite the ice cream, you get a little bit of cone in your mouth. You get that mixture. I can't reproduce that experience from serving it in a different form.
Yeah.
So we might actually serve it in the scoop.
Okay. Cool beans. I'll be looking forward to that. As far as ICNY goes, where else can people, because I know people all around the world will download this show, and the next thing they're going to be looking for ICNY in their city. Where can they find ICNY next?
Right now we have the store in Houston opening. It will be in the mall.
Okay.
We had let me give you a list. we got 3 in New York, 1 in Brooklyn, 1 in Washington Square, which is our original, and 1 in Forest Hills. We got 1 in Philly, Chinatown. We got 1 in Delray Beach, Florida, which is located in the Thai restaurant called Deep Thai. We got 1 in Dallas, that's already open, and we've got
Wow.
one in Houston that is coming up. So go to our website, icnyice.com/locations, and that way you're gonna see all the information about different stores, locations.
Absolutely. Now, David, with all your experience and coming through with this extraordinary brand, being part of this family, what advice can you offer to any young person that may be listening to you right now and they have a dream for something, but maybe someone told them, oh, that's stupid, that's not going to work, you should find something else to do? What advice would you offer to that young person today that has a dream in their heart?
Just keep pushing through. As long as you know what you're doing, you have this kind of vaguely vision that you see all the way to the end. Just keep doing it. You're gonna fail. You're gonna hit some roadblock. You will not have the perfect business plan at the first day, but as you go through each strugglings, you're gonna need to adjust quickly, and you need to fix things quickly. And the brand and the culture of the brand and the company will not happen in one day. Just like Rome doesn't build in a day, it's going to build throughout your career. And when you start something, and just make sure you commit to it, you have the understanding of what your product is, what your audience want, and just kind of keep going and make adjustments along the way.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, David, for coming on the show with us today. Let our audience know again how they can find you, and if they want to go down Buford Highway, where they need to go.
So if they come up on Buford Highway, we call that the Deal High Corridor, where we have all the food and desserts and bakeries. We actually located at Pine Tree Plaza. It's 5177B, Buford Highway in Doraville. Just about, I would say, a quarter or half a mile south of the intersection of Interstate 285 and 85.
Right. And
I think the easiest way is to look for Bobo Garden, which is like a Chinese restaurant neighbor. We kind of like a few units next to them.
Gotcha. And also share all your social media usernames, platforms, all that good stuff, and your website again for people.
Yep. Just keep following our Instagram, because we're going to have a lot of product launch through our social media. So you can go to Instagram at ICNY Atlanta. The same thing as Facebook, which is facebook.com/ICNY Atlanta. And you guys can find us on Yelp and Google as well.
Absolutely. As I say again, thank you so much, David. I will see you this weekend because I'll be looking for you.
Of course.
And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much for everyone downloading the show. I appreciate you so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. All right? Social media is nice. It's cool. It's fun. But real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys, have a great Tuesday.